Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're all well. This is our lesson number 8 and my name is Anjum Zahra and welcome back to the MUS online classroom. Let's start our today's lesson. Okay, so in today's lesson, first of all, inshallah, we will start the lesson with the dua and then we will have a quick review of the last week. And then as I told you about the Kahoot app, that you will be having the quiz via the Kahoot app. So those who have joined the app and they had their scores there, so I will be sharing their scores soon. And in today's lesson, we will be talking in history, we will be talking about our 12th Imam, which is Imam Mahdi, Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. And in Akhlaq, we will be talking about saying Inshallah before starting anything, and also not try to be selfish with the others, and showing kindness to our parents. Okay, then we will do some practice questions from our fiqh section of the book, which you will be completing as your homework. And then we will be playing our Kahoot quiz within the class, which will be about our story that we covered the last week, and which was about Hadith al-Qissa. And then at the end, we will end our lesson with the dua of Imam Zaman alayhi salam. Okay, so let's start our lesson now. Let's all read the dua together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. My Lord, increase me in knowledge, inshallah. Okay. So this was our last week's lesson. What we did in the last week, we talked about the story of the cloak, which was also called the Hadith al-Qissa. And then we also talked about our akhlaq. And in akhlaq, we talked about how to have the good eating manners. And what is the checklist? We discussed a couple of points. We also discussed the hadith, that there is a hadith about the story of the cloak in the Quran. And I'm sure there are lots of good students who had completed that activity. And I have seen your portfolio on the Class Dojo app. And mashallah, you all did a very good job. Okay, so let's come to the shout outs now. The shout outs for this week goes to Tasbih Ali Zaidi. So mashallah, well done. You are a very regular student. And alhamdulillah, Tasbih completes all her activities on time. So well done, Tasbih. Okay. And Hania Naqvi, she's another great student who completes her work regularly, and most of the activities are on time. So well done, Hania Naqvi, to you once again. Ali Hasnan, well done, Ali Hasnan, mashallah. I hope you will be more regular and keep up the good work. So well done to you as well. Abbas Ali, well done, Abbas Ali, once again with your amazing work. So next is Sayyida Ajia Rizvi. Well done, Sayyida. Mashallah, you did a great job with finding your word searches and also completing your quiz and also finding the verse in the Quran as well. Mushtaba Haider, once again, well done. Alija Naqvi, well done to you as well. Jazakallah. Muhammad Jawad, again, mashallah, most of you are all my very regular students who try to follow all the activities. Some of you might just sometimes forget, but most of you are well done to and jazakallah to you because you complete your activities. Zakaria Hassan, again, is mashallah very regular. Ghazi Sunasira, well done to you too. Mazahir Abbas, well done. And Muhammad Naki, well done to you too. Mashallah, you're all doing a fantastic job. And I'm sure that you will continue your the future activities as well. So well done for that. Okay. Okay, so this week we don't have a star of the week, but we have a Kahoot score. Okay, so I had got a few scores later this evening, but unfortunately I could not attach it to my slide because it was I had to just transfer it from my mobile and then had to add it to my slide. So the last minute people, their scores are not on the scoreboard, but hopefully inshallah, if you send it earlier in the day, then I will add it to your Kahoot score as well. So well done, Mazahir Abbas. Mazahir Abbas, you're at the top of the score. But again, it is not about the score. So don't get disheartened or don't just think that it is all about scores. It is not about scores. It is about your learning, okay? As we are all learning. There is no winner or there is no one who has not won the game, because this is not a game. It's just we are all learning together. We are trying to be better person, and we are just trying to have some fun games so that our learning is a little bit more fun as well. Okay, so you all did a great job. I think Lily is Tasbih Ali Zadi. She sent me her real name. It's Lily Tasbih Ali Zadi. If you try to change it, that will be great. And then we have Abbas Ali, Muhammad Naki Haider, and Hania Naqvi. There were some more students as well who completed their Kahoot score. But inshallah, I will write your names in the upcoming next week's class. Okay, so well done again to all of you. Okay, let's move on to the topic we are going to learn about today. In history, we will be talking about our 12th Imam, okay, which is Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, who is still alive, and he is with us. He's listening to us. He's looking at us. He can see us. Okay, so, and he also prays for us that we be a good Muslim and we try to follow whatever the Allah has given us, all the commands that Allah has given us. Okay, so who is Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam? He is our 12th Imam. How many Imams do we have? We have got 12 Imams. So 10 and 2 more, 12 Imams. And he is our last Imam. So Imam al-Mahdi is our 12th Imam, and he is different than the other Imams because all other Imams have passed away, as we all know that. But he is still alive. Okay? All the other 11 Imams, they have returned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam is still living on this earth. He is still with us. Although we cannot see him, but he is still with us on this earth. This is because Allah does not want to leave people without a leader on earth. So this was Allah's plan, that he wanted that all the people on the earth always have a leader. So all the people who had been living in this world always had a leader. Sometimes they had the first Imam, then they had second Imam, and so on. Now as we are living in this world, we have a leader as well. And we say that our leader is our 12th Imam, which is Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. But our Imam did not have enough friends to help him. But unfortunately, the only reason that we cannot see our Imam is because he needs some very, very good and honest friends, some very loyal and sincere friends. That's why he's not coming to us. He's not, we cannot see him. So if we try to be very good, then we can be his friend as well. So as he is in danger as well, so Allah has actually, because there are enemies, we know that, there always have been enemies of our Imams in all times. So we know when we are in danger, we need some friends to protect us. Similarly, Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam has been put in someone safe, as in a hiding place by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that he will be safe from all the bad people in the world, from all the enemies in the world. And he will be waiting there in the hidden place to have his friends, because there are not enough good friends yet with Imam Mahdi's team as his soldiers. That's why he's not coming. He's not showing himself. He's still hiding from everyone. So we cannot see him, but he can see us and he can hear us as well. Even if someone is hidden, they can still hear us and see us. Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam is hidden from us because he is waiting for Muslims to be good. He thinks he needs 313 friends. Now, we see that 300 is a big number, 313. But actually, if we see in the world, there are so many millions, billions of trillions of people. There are so many people in the world. And he only wants 313 good friends who can really help him to fight all the bad enemies, to fight all the bad people in the world. But unfortunately, he still has not got those 313 friends. So let's be all help Imam Mahdi alayhi salam in his mission to be good Muslims so that we can be classed as his friends. Okay, inshallah. So when Allah decides, Imam al-Mahdi will appear and not be hidden to us anymore. And he will lead the way to make a perfect world for us to live in. Even though we can't see him, he's still there. When the weather is cloudy outside, we can't see the sun. See, so it's the same example as we say that, although it's a daytime, but we can't see the sun because there are so many clouds. But that does not mean that the sun is not giving its brightness to us. It's still shining and it is still giving us light. It's just that it's hiding behind the clouds. Similarly, Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam is still watching us, he's hearing us, but we can't see him because of the Allah's plan. Allah has kept him in a hiding place. So Imam al-Mahdi will appear and not be hidden to us anymore. And he will lead the way to make a perfect world for us to live in. Even though we can't see him, he is still there. When the weather is cloudy outside, we can't see the sun because the clouds are hiding it. Even when the sun is hidden behind the clouds, it's still there. Imam al-Mahdi is just like the sun. He's also hidden behind the clouds, but we know he's still there and he's watching us, just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever we hear the name of the Prophet, peace be upon him, it is good to recite salawat. So this should be a good habit. You know, when you go to the majlis and whenever there is a name of the Imam is being called by the Maulana, the people start reciting salawat. Why do they say? Because it is always it is a gesture of respect that whenever we take the name of our class Imam, whenever we hear about him, we should always recite a salawat. Okay? So let's recite salawat because we're talking about our 12th Imams. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. One way to show our love and respect is by reciting salawat. So if you want to be the companion of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, you should be reciting salawat for Imam al-Mahdi. For example, you can make a plan in the day that I will recite 15 salawats for my Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. And that will be gone to Imam Mahdi as a gift, that you have sent Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam a gift in the form of salawat. So one way is that you recite the salawat. Second is standing up. So whenever his name is being called, you should bow your head down or you stand up. Okay? And greeting him by putting our hand on our head. So we just put our hands like that and bow down a little bit just to show our respect, that we respect him. This is because he's still alive and he can hear us as well. Okay, so now second one is akhlaq. So far we were talking about our Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, and what we should do to be his companion and soldiers. And now we will be talking about some good manners. Okay, so good manners. This is something that we covered in the previous lessons as well, and that was saying inshallah. Okay, saying inshallah. So when should we say inshallah? Before something or after something? We should be saying it before starting anything. So inshallah means if Allah wants, if Allah wills. So if Allah wants something, then that thing will happen. Whenever you have plans to do something, so whenever you, for example, plan to go you plan to go on a journey to Karbala, or you plan to go on a journey to Iran, maybe to Zahra, to your Imams, to visiting your shrines of your Imams. And then you forgot to say inshallah, then what will happen? It may happen that that plan will not come true. Okay, but if you say inshallah before anything, then there will be high probability that Allah's help will come into that journey or into that sort of whatever job you're starting, whatever work you're going to start. And when Allah helps in something, then that work or that thing becomes really easy for you. So if you are planning to go somewhere, always start your journey or always plan your whatever you're planning by saying inshallah, that if Allah wills it, if Allah wants it, it will happen. Okay, so inshallah is something that good Muslims follow as a practice whenever they speak to their fellow Mu'mins, whenever they speak to their fellow Muslims, as a gesture, as a belief that we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whatever happens, it happens because of Allah's will. So Allah says in the Quran that do not say, I will indeed do it tomorrow, without saying inshallah. So we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Are we sure about tomorrow? We don't know, because we know that our lives are controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we are not sure. I don't know what I will be alive tomorrow or not. We don't know about ourselves, that what is going to happen with us tomorrow. That's why we should never say something with so much conviction, or you can say with so much surety that tomorrow this will happen. It may not happen. Or you say, for example, to your friends that tomorrow I am going to go there. Maybe you're going to go on a trip, but sometimes something happens and you're not able to go there. It's because maybe you haven't said inshallah before saying that thing. Okay, so if you are planning something, if you're planning about anything, always try to say inshallah to show that if Allah wants it, then inshallah that will happen. Okay, if you have any questions during the lesson, you can write in the chat. Okay, and inshallah I will try to answer your questions at the end of the, if we will have the time, or otherwise I will reply you on the class to Joab. Okay, and then what does this verse say? The verse surah, the Quran time, you will see here that saying inshallah, when you say inshallah after your plan, you are saying, oh Allah, this will happen only if you want it to happen and if it is good for me. Okay, so inshallah shows our belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it should be a good habit to say inshallah before planning anything. Let's have a story now. So Talib is a boy, and Talib's mom always reminded him to say inshallah. So her mother has a strong faith in inshallah, and she always tells Talib to say inshallah before starting anything. After he was going to do something, so whenever he was planning something, his mom will remind him, don't forget to say inshallah. One day Talib was talking to his friend and told him that he was going to go to the circus with his parents. Talib's mom heard him and told him that he should have said that he was going to go to the circus, inshallah. Now he told his friend about the plan, but he forgot to say inshallah. Talib replied to his mom by saying that it was for sure that he was going because his dad had already bought the tickets for the circus and had promised to take him. So now Talib was a little boy and he thought that he's definitely going to the circus, and he was very sure about it. So he said, even if he doesn't say inshallah, he's still going because he's got the tickets. That evening, when it was time to go to the circus, Talib and his parents got in the car. On their way over to the circus, the car started to make funny noises. Uh-oh, and then it stopped. Talib's dad got out to see what was wrong with the car, but he couldn't see. He couldn't get the car to start again. The mechanic was called, but by the time he came and fixed the car, it was too late to go to the circus. So Talib and his parents drove back home. So unfortunately, they couldn't make it to the circus. The next day, Talib was talking to his friend, and this time he was saying, inshallah, after everything he was planned on doing. This is what Talib sounded like. I'm going to go schools tomorrow, inshallah. Then after school, I'm going to my cousin's house, inshallah. We will both then go shopping, inshallah, to buy a present for the celebration, inshallah, that we will both go to, inshallah. So now he learned a lesson basically that we are never too sure about any plans because Allah is the best planner and he knows best. So whenever we plan something, we should always say inshallah to just make sure that if it is good for us, then it will happen. Otherwise, it should not happen. Remember, by saying inshallah, it does not mean you will definitely get to do what you want to do. It means that you know that Allah will do what is best for you. So sometimes things does not turn out as you want, but that is maybe because Allah has a better plan for you. Okay, so we should always be patient with things. Okay, another thing is, which is very important in having good manners, is do not be selfish. Okay, so when we think about being nice and not selfish, that means that when we talk about other people, we should think about the other people as well. We should care about the other people around us as well. For example, if we are playing with our friends or if we are playing with our cousins and we're just having for example, our cousins come in our house and we all having our toys, we're just keeping our toys to ourselves and we're not ready to share. This is kind of nice, kind of like selfishness, that we are not ready to share our favorite things with our fellow moments or with our fellow friends. Okay, so that shows that we should not be selfish. We should have a habit of sharing things with other people as well. So selfish means caring only about yourself, what you want, and not about anyone else. So if you are having something very nice, you're having sweets or maybe something that you really like, and you just want to finish it all by yourself. You don't want to share it with your siblings or maybe with anyone else. So this is being selfish, okay? Because you're only thinking about yourself. You're not caring about other people. The prophets were never selfish. They cared about all people. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says that a true Muslim cares about how other Muslims are living. So whether it's about your neighbors, whether it's about your family members, your siblings, your mom, dad, your brother, sister, cousins, you should always be caring about other people as well, not just about yourself. That I want this and I don't care about anyone else. This is not a character of a good Muslim. We should be taking care of our fellow Muslims as well. For example, let's take an example that I just gave you. If you have a toy and your friend wants to play with it, you should not be selfish. You should share your toy with your friend. This is because Allah gave you the toy. Now, who gave you the toy? Allah gave you. If Allah wills, He may not you may not be able to get that toy, but you should have this in mind that if I have this toy, Allah has given it to me. And I should be nice to people around me. I should be sharing with them. So you should be nice to those around you, just like Allah has been nice to you. Now we know Allah has been so nice to us because He has given us so many blessings. Whatever we want in life, Allah just gives us. So we should be caring towards other people as well. Now there is a verse in Quran. Let's move on to the Quran time. What Allah says about selfishness and being not selfish. In Quran, Surah Al-Qasas, verse 77, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that be good to others just as Allah has been good to you. So just as Allah is giving you all the rewards, all the blessings, and He's being good to you, He's not been very, you can say He's not punishing you for anything, you should also be good in the same way to other fellow moments. So what this verse teaches us, it says that we should treat others well. We should not be harsh to anyone. We should not try to be rude to anyone. If you do not agree with someone, you should give them the reason why you do not agree, but in a polite manner. Just like Allah treats us with all the blessings He gives us. Whatever we have is from Allah. And Allah says that just like He gives us so much, we should give it to others and we should not be selfish. Okay, so this is another character of a good Muslim. And another good akhlaq is to be kind to our parents. Now, remember, since we have started this lesson, we had been talking about kindness to parents, respect to parents, listening to parents so much. Why? Because Allah has put so much importance on our parents that He has mentioned them every now and then in so many places in the Quran. And our prophets has emphasized and gave the importance to parents as well. Because the parents are the true people who have brought us into this world. Okay, so after Allah, who should we listen to? Our parents. Okay, so first is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to listen to Him. After Allah, we have to listen to our parents. And not only listen to them, but also be kind. So we should not be harsh. We should not be replying them back. We should not be rude to them. We should not be making faces. I've seen some children, if the parents say, or the mom says, keep your toys there, tidy this up, or if they give any order to their children, they don't listen. Or rather, they say, I don't want to do it. I'm so tired. Now see, this is not good. Okay, you should always be having a kind tone when you are speaking to your parents, because they are the most blessed people in the world to you. So see, if you see here, the father is so kind to the children. Similarly, the children should also be kind to their parent as well. How you can be kind to your father? If he comes home after work, you should greet him by saying, Assalamu alaikum, whatever you say, daddy or dad or Walid or whatever you say. In Urdu, we say Abu or Abba, whatever you say. So you should be greeting your father as salam when he's coming in the house after he completes his work. Or you should say thank you to your mother on the dining table when, for example, you're having meal. And you should praise your mother. Thank you, mother, or thank you, mom, for making such a yummy food. Okay, so these are the little things that show kindness to our parents, that we love our parents and we are very kind to them. Okay, because in the Quran, this is also mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 83, that wabil walidaini ihsana, and be good to your parents. Just like you have to be good to other people, You have to be good to your parents as well. Okay, so it is very important for us to be respectful to our parents. Allah tells us that we should be very kind to them and talk to them nicely, politely. We should not be rude or say bad things to our parents. Now this is a big sin if you are saying anything bad to your parent. This is a big sin, okay? This is not even a small or minor sin. It's a big, major sin. They do so much for us. They take care of us. So we should always thank them. So make two things as your habit. Always thanking your parents if they buy you something, if they buy you a toy, if they help you with something. For example, if you're building some kind of a toy and they are helping you with that, say thank you to them. If they're making your mother is doing so many things for you, maybe she's washing your clothes, she's ironing them. So always say thank you, okay? This is the number one way of showing kindness. Secondly, being nice, speaking in a nice way, and then respecting them. Respecting them means if they come in the room, give them some space. For example, if you're sitting on the couch or if you're sitting on the settee and somebody comes in, your mom or dad comes in, give them some space, okay? Give them, or maybe stand up or give them the space. So these are the little things that matter. This means that we should talk to them kindly, help them, and listen to them. When we do this, Allah is very happy with us. Allah is not only happy with us, but also we will be, in this way, we can be the friends of our Prophet Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. So now there is a small story. Let's see what the story says. It says that one day, a little boy named Bakir was working on his homework. He became really hungry and wanted a snack. Sometimes it happens when we are working, doing a lot of homework, we get hungry. Sometimes it happens with me. If I'm doing a lot of work, I get hungry as well. So similarly, the Bakir was getting hungry and he wanted some snack. So he went to the kitchen and opened the cabinet. He saw a new box of his favorite cookies on the top shelf, but they were too high to reach. Now, probably mom and dad has put it on the top shelf, so he couldn't reach it. Even when he stood on a chair, he couldn't get them down. He wanted to ask his mom to get them down for him, but she was sleeping. Now, this is another important thing. If someone is sleeping, we should be very respectful. We should not wake someone up when they are in a deep sleep, especially if there is no emergency in the house. You should let the other person sleep and should not make lots of noises around. So the problem was her mom was sleeping and he really wanted those cookies. Even though he really wanted the cookies, he did not disturb his mom or wake her up in order to make Allah happy, because he knew that if he let his mom sleep, then Allah will be happy with him. So when Bakir's mom woke up from her nap, she saw Bakir working on his homework very quietly and very peacefully. She said, "MashaAllah, Bakir, you were so quiet. I had such a great nap. To reward you, I'm going to take you out to your favorite ice cream store." Now see, sometimes the parents, when you do something good, they reward you as well. They give you with presents, or maybe sometimes they give you gifts. It's just because we have been good. So if you have been good as well, that the chances are that your parents will be giving you more and more rewards and they'll be more happy with you. So what was the reason? Because Bakir was very respectful towards his mom. So he was rewarded for his good behavior. So what do we learn from this story? That we should always be kind and considerate to our parents. Okay, that was a very nice and interesting story. Now practice questions, just like we did the Aqaid questions last week. I want you to do your word searches at home. This is your homework. You will be having some words given under the word search and you have to find them just like you did the Aqaid one. And then this is the fiqh questions. Again, some of the questions, quizzes I have marked, but I could not unfortunately mark all of the quizzes, but I'll slowly and gradually, I'll try to mark all of your quizzes. So again, this is the, some questions you have to write them down, some you have to take. So you have to practice them at home as well. Now let's play the Kahoot quiz as we have got time. So there are two ways to, if the parents are with us, I will share the link in the chat. So if you have already downloaded the Kahoot app, then these are the instructions that you will have to follow. You will get the, as soon as you will click on the link, you will have this first window open, which will say whether you want to study or play. You will click on the study, okay? When you will click on the study, you will have this window. And on this window, it will show you 4 options and you have to click on test yourself, okay? When you will click on the test yourself, it will take you to the quiz, which has 10 questions. And I want you to play now as soon as I'll post it. And I'll play from my screen as well. And I want you to play with me too. And second option is if you do not have the downloaded app, then I show you what you have to do. Okay. Just okay, so if I please click on the link which I am going to write in the chat. Okay, please click on it. If you do not have this app downloaded, just like I'm going to show you, the first option I have shown you already. The second one is you click on this link and it will take you to the Kahoot browser. It will open it in the browser. And here, if you haven't logged in already, you will play as guest. Okay. So I want you to follow the instructions with me. If you have any questions, just write them down in the chat and then I'll try to answer the questions. And here you will have this. Now this is for those people who do not have downloaded the Kahoot app and they are just doing it in the browser. So here you will click on Classic. And in the Classic, it will say you join at www.kahoot.it. Okay, so you have to just copy it. Okay, and then just paste it in the browser. And it will ask you for the pin. When it asks you about the game pin, then the pin is this one. So you just copy it and enter the game pin and then enter. When you enter, then please write your child's name, okay? So whatever, for example, if it's Zahra, okay? Okay, go. And then when you go, please go back onto the initial link that you had clicked, this one. Okay, and the name will be here. Now don't click on the name, just click on start. When you will click on the start, your questions will start playing, just like now. Okay, and this will start showing you about the, so first question is, what does the word Ahlul Bayt mean? You will be having 4 options. Okay, so whether it is people of the house, clock, somewhere under the blanket, you will have 20 seconds to complete it. Okay, and then you will have the next question. Okay, I didn't answer because I want you to complete. Okay, then comes the next question, 2 of 10. What does the word Ahlul Kisa mean? Again, you will have the 20 seconds and you will have 4 options to choose from. Okay. Then you have to choose one of the options. And then you will move on to the next question. Okay. And then we will move on to the next question. I just need to see there are some queries, I think. Okay. Hadia Nakwi, it's not working. It's not letting us click start. Mushtaba Ali, okay, if I just try to find you here in the Hadia Nakwi. Okay, if you just raise your hands and then I'll try to answer your queries. Those who are playing, please continue, keep playing, and then write your answers in the chat box. Then we will discuss them. Okay, Hadia Nakwi, can I ask you what's the issue you are facing now? Okay, I think she has resolved the issue. Alina Heather, the pin is on the, when you click on the link, it will show you the pin. Because the pin is generated automatically. So when you will first click on the browser, that's why I recommend for the next lessons, it is best that you download the app, because if you have downloaded the app, it is much easier to play rather than going through your browser and clicking on the link. But I have tried to explain. I hope most of you have understood how to play. And those who are playing, please continue playing and write your answers, and then we will discuss it in the class. But if you don't have, if you have any queries, please write them down. I'm not sure, Hadia Nakwi, if you have resolved the issue. If not, please ask me again. We got the game pin. Yes, Sayyida Rizvi, when you have got the game pin, then you need to make sure. Okay, I try to explain it to you again. Okay, so I had the link. I clicked on the link, okay, and it took me, because the link will be the same, but the pin that it will give you will be different every time. So you play as guest. When you play as guest, I'll just close these ones. Okay. So you will play as guest. And when you will click on play as guest, it will give you two options, classic or team mode. You go on classic. And on classic, you will have, it will give you this screen. Now this screen is important because you have to click on, you have to open this website, kahoot.it, and this is your pin. So leave this window open, go to another window, and then just now here it will ask you the pin. Now you have the pin here. Copy it. Every time there will be a different pin. So that's why I cannot give you that this is your pin, because it may not be, it generates it randomly. So you just enter your pin, enter, and then write the name of your child and okay, go. So now when it will happen go, this is probably the problem that you're having, that you are not seeing anything. You don't have to click anywhere here because this is not going to work. Now you have to go back into the previous window, this window, okay? And here you will see your name. So you click here, start. Do not click on the name, click on start. And then your quiz will happen, okay? I will try to, okay, link. I'm pasting the link again. Just give me, I think the link was right at the top. Where's the link on? Here we are. So here we have the link for those who could not do it. Please, those who have completed it successfully, they start writing their scores on the chat window as well. And then we will be discussing the points. And if you have still having problem, I hope you won't have any problems, but if you have, please let me know. And this was the instructions for those who have already successfully install the app. Okay, so that's simple. If you have installed the app, the link will take you to this window, study or play. You don't click on the play because that probably won't work. So you just click on study, and then it will take you to this window. And here you can click on test yourself. And then you can actually play. So there are 10 questions. So we have got the first participant, Hania Naqvi. She has well done. Hania, got your score. So let's wait for the other participants as well. I hope I could have the scoreboard on my screen. Okay. So well done, Hania. You're the first one to complete the quiz. This quiz was about the Hadith al-Qissa, which we did in the last lesson. So hopefully you would have remembered the things that we had discussed in the last lesson. So I may be giving 10 more minutes, or maybe depending upon how quickly you can do it. And then I will also paste this. If you cannot complete in the class, that's completely fine. I will share this link on the Class Dojo app for you to complete at home. I still am giving you time, but in case if you can't, then we can. I got 6, Alina. Well done, Alina. That's not bad for the first trial. So you can play the quiz again as well if you want to try, and I will be pasting the link. Mustafa Ali, if you have still problems, that's absolutely fine, because this is the first time I was trying it and it was causing some problems as well. So it may be possible that I will be sharing the link on the, if you are on the Class Dojo app, then the link will be there as well. So you can practice it at home with your child. Okay. So excellent, Alina Haider, your sister got 9 out of 10. Wow, well done. Some of the questions are tricky, okay, and they are a little bit like you have to think what would be the right answer, because first time if you try to click some option, it may not be right. So although you have got 20 seconds to think, but try to just, some questions are a little bit tricky, okay. Ghazi have completed the quiz. Taiba, I have not logged in at the moment with my account. Inshallah, I will be doing it after class, and then hopefully I will have the scoreboard of all the students who have completed it. And then I may be able to share it on the Class Dojo app, but not at the moment, okay? And please also let me know that if you give a thumbs up if you really like, you want to play it within the class and you think it is useful, or otherwise we will, there's another way that we will have a poll to have some questions. But if you like to play in the class, we will continue it in the upcoming lessons as well. Mazahir score, okay, excellent, all correct answer, well done. Hadia Nakwi raised hand. Okay, Hadia, I'm coming to you. Let's see what, okay, where is Hadia? Okay, here we are. Yes, Hadia, you had your hand raised. Okay. So well done, everyone. MashaAllah. She got 80. Hadia Nakwi, she got 80%. Well done, Hadia. Well done. Okay, Alija Nakwi, you have your hand raised. Okay. Yes. Can you hear? Hang on. Right. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, Alija, do you have any question? Yeah.
No, by mistake.
No, by mistake.
All right,
Sorry.
that's fine. No issue. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the lesson. We have, I think, the one more thing that I would like to add is the online assessment for the MUS exams is live. You can go to majlis.org.uk and there is a date for the, I think, date is specified on the website. I'm not pretty sure about what exactly the date is, but there is, I think, a date specified for online exam. So if you are, if you want to register your child for the online assessment, you can register him or her. I have sent you the registration link on the Class Dojo app as well. So you can individually let your child to have assessment for, let's say, book one. It's not necessarily that you need to complete all the books first and then give an exam. It's entirely up to you. If you want to just give the exam of book one, then and you think that your child can choose the MCQs, he can read and he can select an option out of the, let's say, MCQs, you know, then you can register your child for the online assessment as well. Okay. So that was the all for today's lesson. That was a quick review. So what we basically did, we were talking about the akhlaq and our history. In history, we talked about our Imam, 12th Imam, and in akhlaq, we talked about saying inshallah, and also do not be selfish. And also we had a verse from the Quran, and then being kind to our parents. Okay, and then we did the Kahoot quiz as well, which I'm sure you're all successful to log in. If not, you can still ask your questions on the Class Dojo app. And this is your quiz, not quiz, sorry, homework, which I will be posting on the Class Dojo app as well for you to complete at your own comfort at home, and send me back on the. Okay, so I need to find where is the quiz. Okay, so this is the quiz homework. We have to do the word search and also to do the test with your child, which is the practice questions. Basically, this is not the actual test. And if there will be more activities, then I will be posting it on the Class Dojo app. So please stay connected on the Class Dojo with your queries and up to date with your homework. So well done for all those participants, and Jazakallah again to all those who are regularly uploading their work and showing their commitment to the online class. And inshallah, I'll just quickly go through the chat section. There are a few more questions and then we'll go toward the dua of Imam Zamana. Mohammed Jawad can't access. Okay, Mohammed Jawad, can we do via the, yes, we can do via the app. Absolutely. You can either download the app on the phone, or if you're on the computer, you can do it on the tab or any device. You can do that, and inshallah, I'll be sharing the link on the Dojo app. If you are connected there, you can just do it after the class. Please add, Mushtaba Ali, I have forwarded your query to the admin, because normally the class is set up by the admins. This is their job. So I have forwarded your query, inshallah. They will be able to add you to the Class Dojo app. Okay. Alija Nakwi, you need to again, I have received your activities via admin, which I would recommend you to send them an email to send you a link for Class Dojo app. And then once you have the receive the invitation link, you can download the Class Dojo app and then you can get connected to the class. Okay. So inshallah, Jazakallah khair for all your efforts. May Imam Zamana be happy with us and with all our efforts, which we are purely doing for the sake of our Imam. Okay, so let's just move on to the dua of Imam Zamana, and then I will see you next week, inshallah. Fi amanillah. Okay, so let's move on to the dua.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى كل صائم وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وأينا حتى تسكنه الأرض كاتا وتمتعه فيها تبيتا